What's good, King Gonda? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back with another episode of the Dear African American playlist. Many people have went to Africa or want to go back to Africa. And this applies to, someone if you're in the Ugandan community and you've been away for a while, or if you're in the Nigerian community and been away from a while, and then you're coming back in, or an African American coming in trying to resettle to the country of your choice. Many people will find out soon enough that you have to forge relationships with people, which is something that we all know that we have to do, whether it's the person that drives you around, a person that cleans your house, you have somebody that cooks for you, those sorts of things. You need those people, right? But then a lot of times we start to meet people in different industries. And, we might see somebody out at cafeteria or at a nice restaurant. And this person's an MP, or you find out this person is a big time business person, and you talk to them and say, hey, I'm from America. They find out, and that'd be nice. You might buy them a drink, they may buy you a drink, and they may give you the business card. And you may see them out again, and same thing, and come over and talk to them. They'll stop you in the streets. And then what you figure out is, wow, man, I really made a connection. Like, I got connections now. I know this person. And that was true because I was working with, certain DJs on Club King Gonda that we had here on the channel. And I would go out with, in particular, like Nacello, and everybody knows him. And I'm in awe because people are stopping and talking to him. But what I found out is that what's pretty much different in America than on the continent. Like, people in America will stop to talk to you, but if they don't really like you, they're not going to talk to you, right? African Americans are typically a little bit more blunt. If we don't want nothing to do with you, we ain't going to really be speaking to you. Women do that a little bit more, but not men. However, on the continent, people can treat you like really nice, like, hey, what's going on and all that, and like, and nothing is happening with that connection at all, okay? So, and as an Americans, we could go over there and be like, oh man, I met these people, wow, man, like I really made a connection. And the reality is, unless there's money exchanging hands, you have no connection, okay? And that's something that African Americans need to understand, our business people. It's never a connection unless money has exchanged. Because it's different, like, oh, I got your phone number. I met you at the restaurant, or I met you through somebody. Versus I've done business with this person, and I have an impact on this person's life. I have a good business, impact, and my name is good with him now. So now he is a connection, okay? And a lot of people go around with all these phone numbers in their phone. Like I was talking to one guy, and he was like, yeah, man, I just met the chief of police, and we're about to do a whole bunch of stuff. And, the dude is like, he's still broke. I mean, I'm not going to call his name, you know what I'm saying? But he's in the country, on the continent and stuff like that. He's bragging to me about this and that. And, he's still, struggling, And the reality is that, you think that you're special because you're from America. You think that you're special because you're from Britain. And somebody give you their number, or when somebody sees you, they'll speak to you. Because in America, people typically ain't gonna do that if they don't like you. People typically, if they go out of their way to, say hello to you, go out of your way to speak to you, there's a genuinely like for that for you. And if they'll do that, it's more likely they'll buy from you, likely to do that. But in the continent, I don't mean that at all. Just like, I'm living in Poland. And one of the things, like some of the American guys that came over in my medical school class, they complain like, oh, the women are nice and they'll come and talk to you, but, but they only want you to speak English with them to practice their English. So, in America, if a woman comes to talk to you, either she's a Jehovah's Witness or she like you, but that don't mean that the same thing it does back home. And I think people need to understand this. You have to exchange money with people and do things for people. All right? Not the potential. Stop looking at the potential like, oh, I got this person's number, I got this person's whatever. No. Once you exchange money with people and you have business and trust in the relationships, then you have real connections. Because I was going around the continent, I won't tell you, somebody, this was one lady even referred to me her brother, okay, to do something. And the guy met with me, and he saw what I did. He liked what I did, but it wasn't a connection because nothing happened from it because no money took place. So me having his contact on my phone is worthless. You know, that's what you have to do. When you start exchanging money, you're paying for service. I'm telling you like this too. You're gonna have to pay. I know some of you think like, well, you know, I got this to offer. They should look at the potential. It's not America. You're gonna have to be able to pay to establish that connection for you to get something back later on. Some of you, well, I'm not gonna do that. Well, then you're not gonna get far. Everything that I've done with anybody you've seen on my channel, they've been, for the most part, they have been paid. So for the piggery videos that we do, for, you know, Christopher Malindwa, for whatever, I didn't come to the channel like, oh, I have a big American audience with King Ghana. No, I have to pay, right? And then once I pay, and I pay the price they're willing to do, and I'm trying to make it easy to do business, at that point, I can say I have connections to this and that because my reputation is good for, okay, he's a paying customer. He's a paying client. For example, you know, brother SPK showed up, and he's already put this out there, you know, where he's staying at in Bukoto. I was able to book him at that place that he's at simply because of my history of paying with the owner. So to the point where like he didn't have to even pay when he first came there because of me. I've been doing business with them for 3 years. I can't get their number, but like, oh, you do apartment rentals? Okay. Well, you know, I made it. No, because that favor can't be extended because I've proven to her that I'll pay. And many people coming over to the continent, you're walking around with all these people's numbers in your phones that they're never gonna do nothing for you because you don't spend no money with them. See, you might as well just take those phone numbers in the contact list and flush it down the goddamn toilet. Because the reality is you're wasting their time, they're wasting your time. Okay? So the things I try to figure out, if it's somebody that's talented, what's the quickest way for me to start paying? I know that sounds crazy, right? I know like in Africa, people just like to, try to negotiate and see what's going on. I don't like to do that. I like, you know, for me, if you're good, I know you're good, you're in the industry, what do we need to do to start paying? Because I need to establish with you, first of all, that I'm serious, okay? You know, like some people contact me like, oh, bro, I love to link up with you and see what's up. Like, why? You're not even paying me. So I'm not going to take you serious. That's anywhere in the world. But in Africa, people are not going to tell you that. I'll tell you that. In a heartbeat. Like, if you ain't going to pay me, leave me alone. I'll tell you that. But a brother and sister on the continent, they're not going to tell you that right away. They'll be nice. Oh, yeah, you can call me. Yeah, hit me up. Because it's rude to say, if you ain't paying, I ain't got no time for you. So you'll call them and they'll not answer. You'll message and they'll leave you on read. And then when they see, oh, yeah, you know, I've been busy and everything. But, yeah, brother, we'll hook up. But you ain't paying them, so they ain't gonna pay you no mind. So, and you can't just think because somebody knows a lot of people. And I found that out. There's a lot of Africans that are popular on the continent. They know a lot of people. They could name drop. But those people that they know won't do nothing for them because they don't pay them. See, a lot of times people get by on that, like, oh, I should work with such and such person because that person has a lot of clout, but he knows a lot of people. And so, or she knows a lot of people. So you dealing with the fact that they know a lot of people and, you know, and all of that, but they don't do no business with those people. So they're not going to get no pull. Whoever's paying is going to get more connections. So when you're paying, that's when you get connections. If you're paying for consultations, if you're paying for services, okay, then once you pay people, that's when they'll do stuff for you. They're not going to do stuff for you because you met them at the nightclub or you met them out drinking or at the restaurant and gave you the phone number. It doesn't mean shit. Okay, it just doesn't, especially on the continent that I know of. It don't mean nothing. You actually have to invest in people's products and services for them to connect you to stuff. Now, they'll tell you all day, you can call me, you can do this. You call me, I ain't gonna pick up. You know? So it's a big difference between knowing people and having connections. Connections are only when money is being exchanged. If it's no money, it's not a connection. If people won't do favors for you if you have never done them for them. So guys, what do you think? Is O'Shea Duke Jackson, another episode here of the Day After American Playlist. I thank you guys for your support here on the channel. Make sure you message us here, email at teamkinganda@gmail.com. And as you guys know, keep it real, Kinganda forever. We out.